Open up NXT Programming. Name your file here and then press Go. Drag this move block over here. See where it says Port at the bottom of the screen? There are buttons A, B, and C. Now look at your robot at the very top. It says A, B, and C too. These ports correspond to the motors you'll be controlling. For example, if the wire connects port B to the left motor wheel, clicking on button B indicates that your program will be controlling that left wheel. Okay, moving on to controlling direction. Clicking on this arrow means that the robot will move forward. This arrow means that the robot will move backward, and this symbol will make your robot stop. Controlling direction is pretty straightforward, but steering is a little more tricky. You see where the arrows are pointing? Again, these letters correspond to ports. Make sure those letters match up with the wheels you're trying to turn. Now, if you move this notch to the left, the robot turns right. Move the notch to the right, and the robot turns left. The farther left or right the notch is, the sharper the turn. The tricky part, programming accurate turns. We will cover this very soon when we talk about duration. Power is more self-explanatory. Move this notch to the right, and the more powerfully your robot will move. Move the notch to the left, and the less powerfully your robot will move. As for how far your robot goes, we need to look at duration. Generally, we don't want to use rotations. Change that to degrees. This brings us to the topic of measurement. Turn your robot on using the orange button. Press the right arrow 3 times and click on View. Go 5 to the left and click on Motor Degrees. Select which port you want to control. If you simply want to go straight, very carefully turn both wheels until the robot is where you want it to be. The number of degrees it has moved will be on the screen. Now plug this number here. If you're calculating how much you want the robot to turn, very carefully turn just one wheel until the robot has turned the amount you need it to. As for which wheel to turn the right wheel if you want the robot to turn left and vice versa. Again, plug this number of degrees in. We now know how to get our robot to run, but stopping is important too. Next action basically controls stopping. The brake button means that the robot will come to a complete stop when it's programmed to. Coast is more of a gradual stop, meaning that when the robot needs to stop, it will slow down, then come to a stop. It's best to use brake, which is more accurate. Once you're done creating a program, take a USB cable, plug it into the robot, and press this button to download the program on the robot.